In this video, we're going to look at how to create an attendance register for your class. When you come into the attendance tool, you would click on the blue button and select New Register. And you must give it a name. I'm just going to call this Sample. I'm using the word sample for the name. Normally what we recommend is putting in your course ID and then your section and then the semester. Now that has been because if you deleted a register, we needed to know what the file name was so we could get it restored. There is a restore option now. We're still kind of recommending that you would do this for your classes just in case. But we do have a video on deleting and restoring registers. But in the past, there was not that option to restore. So like I said, traditionally we've recommended you use your course ID and semester. I'm going to go ahead and change this one back to sample and continue the process. If you need a description to help you know exactly what it is, you can put one in there. It is not required. Below that, you have attendance scheme. The default scheme for this system is just present or absent. What we recommend is you go down, if you think you're going to use the option to have an excused absence, you'll want to go down and do present, absent, excused. You'll also notice that there's one here that includes a tardy. You can create custom schemes. You can check out our video on how to do that. But for this instance, I'm just going to go ahead and select present, absent, and excused. And the reason you may want to select that is in case you want to be able to use excused absences, you'll have the option. But once you start entering data, you cannot switch schemes. Sometimes you're prevented from changing them. You've not got the ability to select it to change it. Or two, if you do change it and there's existing data, it will delete that data that's already in the register. So it's better to pick the option to have excused included, and then if you want to use it, it's there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You've got the option here to put in the percentage of attendance that the student has, where you think it's going to be a cause for concern for that student. Because of the attendance policies we have of like a number of consecutive days absent, this is not extremely useful. So I usually leave that blank, but you can put any percentage in there that you would like. You have the option here under visibility to allow the student to view the attendance register, and that's just going to show them their attendance. And then we have the ability to see all the students in a class, or if you have multiple sections, you can break up the sections into multiple sections. So if you have a meta course, and then you've got the ability to add those here. And then below that you have sessions. By default, it gives you 3 sessions. You cannot save it with any blank ones. So we recommend not adding a bunch of extra sessions and then deciding you don't want to type them all in while you're working on it at that point, because you'll have to delete all of the ones that are blank. So there are a number of options for this. You could put in exact dates. So if we did 8/16 for the first class session, and then say 8/18 would be the next time the class meets, you can do that. And then we'll do 8/20. Session description, there's nothing required there, but it's just kind of a place for you to put more information about those sessions. And then you've got the ability to order these. So if you next semester, if you need to reorder them, you've got the ability to do that. And then you've got the option here to delete any of the ones that are here. So if you want to add more sessions, Quite often we get calls from people, they'll try to click on add sessions, and if you click on it, it's not going to add anything. You actually have to put a number in this box before you hit add sessions. So I'm going to click add sessions, and it's going to add one more row. And you never want to add more than you're willing to enter at that time, because you can't save it with any blank ones. So I'm going to go ahead and add one more date and click save. And then I'm going to go ahead and click close. So here's my sample register that I just created. And to go in and enter data, you'll notice once I click on it that there are students already in here. Okay, it will populate all your students. Now, if you do have sections and you want to view one section versus another one, you would have that option showing up right here in this area. But since we did not set this up for sections, you're not going to see that option show up here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click done. We do have a video on the options for entering data, and you can check that out for a little more information on it. I'm going to click done to exit this register. And check out our other videos in this playlist to look at the other features of the attendance tool.